You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Also, check if my mic sometimes gets muted because I have a button. This mic has a button that I can lower the volume sometimes. So check it a couple times.
Well,
for now,
it's still
not
doing.
For now, it's not. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Now, if we're not wrong, we gotta press the last statement.
Yes, pretty much.
Because he says he never even talked to him.
But he knows that he wants to be a British. He wants to be a British idol.
Pretty much. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the visit was a stuck-up British wannabe? Achoo! Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer. I swear! Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes,
I wanna be.
He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt.
But you see, that's where the contradiction lies.
Because, if you look at the photo, there's no such thing.
So, I guess we should present this picture by pointing!
That's the objection, yes. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss B, there's some point to this little questioning. Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, I was actually gonna say as you can see, I was thinking of that. There's absolutely nothing written on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket!
That's cheating!
Wait, is he a biker? The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
Maybe he is a biker, who cares, Alex?
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body, but if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket.
Happy 2004, everyone!
Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me!
I thought this game happens in 2013, but the song is called Objection 2004. I never got that. I know this game was made in 2004, but still, it makes no sense for this to be in the future. It doesn't look that futuristic to me, but you know, let's move on. Mia, you made your crying claw. Congratulations! That's the
that P on his chest doesn't say Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. I was all wrong.
And I guess in the Japanese version she would say that Ryu would be the dragon and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. It's the first person that you made your coin cry. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It is quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of crime.
Uh-oh, did I go too far? I think so.
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have rather a cold. Have you taken your medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took over the counter brand called Cover Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. That's the slogan. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Would you happen to have the medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, I shall tell you where your cold medicine is right now.
Huh?
Your Honor, I did like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
Oh, jeez. What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X! It kills cold good. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid your argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belonged to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints were all over it.
What? Wow.
Seizing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of the medicine, dropped it by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. Why would he do that? That makes really no sense, seriously. Oh, to prove myself that I'm guilty, I'm gonna put Cold Killer X medicine so I can prove myself guilty! Yeah, that makes no sense. Anyways, his purpose in doing it, so you can only have been identified as killer as that makes no sense. Phoenix Wright! Yes, totally makes total sense, man. You're definitely the best prosecution around.
You lose the internet! Order in the court!
Your Honor, I didn't like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Also, if you shit your pants right now, then I apologize.
What?
Because I yelled, you lose your internet.
So, what about it?
I was saying, if you shit your pants, then I apologize.
Why would he shit their pants for saying that? Of all things.
Very well, the court will accept them into the record. Now we have the second photo. Yay, and Cold Kill X.
Because that's the most important thing. Also, the victim wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when the large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh my buttocks. My poor bucks are hemorrhoids.
I feel bad for him. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Kill X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Oh, nice. Mr. Wright, that's completely different than the testimony you gave previously. Achoo! 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 I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Sure. Or else I'll mute my mic by pressing this button here.
Sure. Stop pressing that button.
Let's see if I remember.
Yeah.
I think we have to press something.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you have to press that one, you just pass by.
Ha! This one.
Go for it. Just wiggle it, goddammit!
It's wiggling. I forgot the wiggling. Was it Mr. Swallow indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture improved pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist? I see. I gotta admit it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Ooh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details? Some more details?
Probably should. About the pharmacology department.
Yes. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much then. A little bit early in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. I can't speak today.
No one can do what I asked. No one can.
That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cable? Huh. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead, around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Ooh.
Sure.
Okay, now I need to press another one.
Yes, you do. And that will be the last one, actually.
Yeah, how can you lost the bottle since we have it here?
We have it because we find it, remember?
Yeah.
Wow, and as you're so clueless sometimes.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? How did I say huh without being cold? It's a miracle. You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Their mini omelets are magically delicious.
Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Sorry.
Sure.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. and then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by this explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean?
What do you mean I did about no way?
Shut down to shout.
Oh yeah, and you can do everyone else? Yeah, that's fair enough. I knew it, he was so much work for a little girl.
However, there's one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, you're correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was the swallow killed? I could somehow establish how it was done. Maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose.
Establish murder method.
Oh no, I can't! No, just kidding, I can't. I'm joking. Your Honor! Yes, Miss B? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard of until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
We could solve this mystery! Wait, no.
That would be most impressive.
Quite a fresh statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basics of rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Evidence, I say!
Of course I know that. Actually,
that's why no one presents besides you, yes.
Yeah, of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Wow.
Wow. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
Now,
yes,
as we saw in the photo, we see
there are wires there.
Yeah, the wires are actually, what's it called?
Loose.
Yeah, they are loose.
And then you can see there's a bit of bolt.
Actually, you can probably see it in this picture because it's black and white.
I can see a little bit on the
okay, this is one of the things that I say why this is not in the future, because god damn, the photo is in black and white. Really? In 2013 we still use black and white picture for no reason?
Anyway, let's present this.
Yes.
Take that, fool. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What?
No, it doesn't. If it wasn't covered, then it would capture quite well.
But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a little bit more detail.
What? It's not
Miss
detailed
Faye,
enough?
where exactly this phone is the murder weapon? Obviously, we have to point somewhere here.
Yeah. Now, the thing about the WiiWare version is, since it doesn't have the double screen, sometimes it goes in this mode. Although, I don't understand why they need to go into this mode. It's not necessary. They can just press the one button to actually see the text in the upper screen, and you could just fucking be in that screen to begin with. I don't know why they did this, but anyways, what we need to do here is to point at that loose cable.
Yeah. Well, naturally, it's right here. This. What is that?
It's a square! A red square!
A severe electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor.
Or
remember the testimony we've heard? The machines that pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage? Because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then the high voltage cable? Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? I mute the mic now.
Can you stop messing with the mic, by the way?
I'm not messing, actually.
Then don't! Don't do anything. Don't even breathe. Okay, you can breathe. And you can move the Wiimote, and that's it. Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
No, now. The victim's cause of that may indeed be a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what really implies. What does imply the fact that he has a bottle of Cold Killer X and you're blaming on Phoenix because
no,
for some reason he gave it to him? Yeah, that technically doesn't really prove anything, to be honest. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
Achoo!
Really, but whatever.
That much is certainly true.
Ah, yes. That would not evoke to Phoenix at all since it was raining. And now think about it, wouldn't if he if they are high voltage cable, you probably will get electrocuted because the cable will be wet, and because it's high voltage. You would also die if you use the cable like that in that connection. So, but yeah, I don't think we're getting to that point yet. So yes, that's not all we have proof. In Roberto will prove that we'll establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? Mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something the size of medicine bottles?
Okay, well, let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
Ah, you mean...
Sure. Yes, it was certainly imprinted in the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left that print like that. Intent or murder is squarely pushed the victim towards a severe electrical cable. Now that would make sense if it did.
Also, you'll lose the internet.
Yes.
Order! That's enough! I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination.
Okay. Stick a fork in us. We are done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My emeralds never lie, except for this once, and the other time, and the other time, and the other time. You know what? Maybe we're not doing. The show is over, Mia.
I don't think he has emeralds.
Does he? I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No,
yeah,
you're
sure.
wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.